Good evening. Now the latest from Central. A woman has spoken of her shock after being sacked for eating a mince left over from a buffet at Boots. Nick Walsh reports.
Taking an unwanted after 8 didn't seem serious to Elizabeth Lee. The catering worker was clearing up after a management buffet, but her supervisor thought differently.
At that time I was actually chewing it, and the supervisor walked in and asked me if I was eating, so I just pointed to the after 8 mint wrapper. She then said that she'd seen me in the office when I'd actually finished my work.
It happened at Boots offices in Nottingham. Mrs. Lee didn't make things better by treating the matter as a joke when she met the supervisor.
I just went in on my hands and knees praying and smiling at her because we do get on very well.
But Boots said taking food without paying for it and eating in the kitchen was a sackable offence. Mrs. Lee has now lost a £109 a week part-time job after 11 years with the company.
I feel hurt more than anything because I've really loved working for Boots. I found them to be a really good company and a caring company.
Boots say they can't comment as Mrs. Lee is still appealing against the sacking.
There have been angry scenes at the Court of Appeal where a man convicted of hiding IRA explosives told judges his case makes a mockery of British justice. Alan Taylor reports.
John Kinsella made his angry outburst as 3 appeal court judges agreed his case had some merit, but only reduced his 20-year sentence by 4 years. Friends and campaigners still argue he unwittingly hid explosives at this Nottingham allotment.
John, out the police. He's shown them where the bag was, voluntary.
The 2 terrorists who gave Kinsella the explosives then tried to blow up Warrington Gasworks, but John Kinsella's case is still being seen as a miscarriage of justice.
As I look at it, if it had been English and I'd have given that bag back under the same conditions, John Kinsella would have been a prosecution witness.
Lawyers say the next step in their campaign will be an appeal to the European Court of Human Rights.
A man has gone on trial accused of beating his girlfriend's baby so violently that she died of catastrophic brain injuries. John Martin is accused of cruelty, indecent assault and murder. Karen Whiteman reports.
Nottingham Crown Court was told that 23-month-old Stacey Phelan was subjected to a sustained and violent assault just a month after the defendant's 37-year-old John Martin from Church Street in Arnold had met the child's mother, Tracy. Prosecuting Peter Joyce QC told the jury that the baby had been attacked twice in February 1994 at Martin's home when he was left alone with her. On the second occasion, the child's mother was visiting her dying grandmother. In the first attack, he said the child suffered multiple bruises to her body caused by violent spanking. On the second, he said she received violent blows to the back of her head. She suffered a brain hemorrhage and died less than 24 hours later in hospital. The court was told that Martin had telephoned friends and told them the child had fallen down the stairs. But Mr. Joyce QC said the injuries, according to medical evidence, were consistent with a sustained assault. Concluding his opening statement, he said this man punched the child, and when he hit her in this way, he intended to cause her serious injury or to kill her, and that is murder. Martin denies the charges. The trial continues.
A factory owner has warned that he'll close his brickworks with a loss of 50 jobs if a footpath cuts his premises in 2. Paul Harvey has the details.
It doesn't look like a footpath, but for years people have taken a short cut through this brickworks in Shepshed in Leicestershire. Local conservationists put in an application for an official footpath, which they then tried to withdraw when warned it would lead to job losses. The firm's insurer said it would be too dangerous to have people walking up and down. But the Department of the Environment has confirmed that the application cannot be withdrawn and will be the subject of an inquiry next month. The owner says it's bureaucracy gone mad.
It is a terrible waste of public funds, as far as I'm concerned. Nobody now wants the footpath. Even the group that proposed it no longer are interested. Yet the DOE tell me that because the wheels are in motion, they cannot be stopped.
The inquiry will take place on April the 12th and is likely to cost more than £20,000.
Now, job titles get grander and grander these days. It all started when dustmen became refuse disposal operatives. So, after 6 months on the dole, Richard Hurst could be forgiven for not asking too many questions when he was offered a job as an animal attendant in a circus. A report from Brian Collins.
Everyone's nervous on their first day in a new job, but Richard Hurst had more reason than most.
Now get that small prop and put it over there. Listen, you'll probably growl at you, but don't worry.
Richard's a student, and when the job centre offered him a job, he thought it was worth looking into. But when he did, he didn't look exactly happy.
Well, I'm not.
You knew you were going to do this?
Yeah.
But?
But it's the first time I've actually been close up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big, aren't they?
They're massive.
It's the first time in with cats, and it really is a scary experience. They are enormous, but when you take the bars away, they're even bigger.
The circus and tyro trainer Richard are on tour around the region. He's finding it hard to argue with the job description. There's travel, glamour and a pension on the end of the job.
Rather him than me. That's all from us. We're back tomorrow from 6:15 and bulletins throughout the day. Join us then if you can. In the meantime, have a very good night.
Central weather from the Weather Department.
Hello again, good evening. Well, cloud is already spreading into the region as a batch of wintry weather rushes in from the northwest. Tonight then, very, very cold with cloud and a scattering of snow showers feeding into the region, especially these western parts. Lows will typically be sub-zero tonight, and by dawn cloud will have thickened everywhere with sleet and snow pushing into the west.